Hi guys, if this message is for you, then you may well be going through quite the transformation in your life right now. I've been talking with quite a few people in the Lightworker community as well, and they too are struggling. So I thought, you know what, and myself included, so I thought, why don't I put out a video, just a nice little energy check-in that's kind of like a little bit of an ode to saying, keep going. However low you're feeling, whatever you're going through, just remember that we are just going through a process right now, and the transformation process is very painful, but it has its merits, okay? In fact, look at the first card that pops out here is the 11 card, 1111 card. It's the alignment card. In this case, what we're going through is it's a disalignment, what's the word? A disalignment from your previous sources of energy, and a realignment to your most appropriate sources of energy, okay? So in short, we're disconnecting you. They're saying we're disconnecting you from all people, places, things, and situations that no longer serve your higher purpose. And I said higher purpose, but I noticed it while I was saying that, they changed it to highest purpose. And in fact, see here, we end with the Master Healing card, okay? Ooh, this wants to split in the deck. So I'm seeing that it's going to be a bumpy ride for quite a few of us. Okay, this wants to come out too. For some of you, you're already kind of at this door for this paradigm shift to occur for you. I see you signing new contracts on a higher level. I see you putting last minute things into place, but you're kind of right there. And then for some of you, what is this? This wants to come out. For some of you, you're still dealing with some fallout. I'm getting nuclear fallout is what I'm getting. From some nuclear fallout of a venture of some sort. So basically you're kind of still dealing with the residue or the aftermath of a karmic connection, okay? In fact, look at these look at these little karmic tendrils that are, it's like, looks like radiation. It's like first you're like this, you lose it or it's gone or whatnot, and then you're kind of still going through that. And if that sounds like you, what you're actually being told is to recognize two things. Number one, notice this is still coming through on the Divine Feminine card. This is not necessarily about your actual biological gender. Instead, the card is coming through to show that you are something of value. You are still the Empress. You are still the Emperor. You are still whatever. But right now, you're going through a process. And that process includes quite a few steps after having gone through something that I see you're still wrapping up. A card wants to come here. We'll go ahead and pull one. But Spirit wants you to know that right now in that specific journey that you're in, coffee, you are now being asked to take accountability. You're being asked to take accountability for where you have been. And you know what? I'm hearing this, some of you who are in this path, I hear in this path where you're already like just doing some last minute stuff ready to go through the door. I'm hearing you ask, well, can that also be for me? Can I also still be concurrently working on that? At 3 minutes, 33 seconds, the answer is yes, because time is not linear, and healing is definitely not linear. So technically you could be here on the threshold moving into something better and something new, and you can also still be doing some stuff in this pathway right here. For some of you, I feel that you're still helping others who are here, and that doesn't mean that, hey, you're here and you're just helping people. It means you're here, but you're also here, and while you're here, you're helping. Okay, I'm feeling what do I need to, there's a card, there it is. It's weird, but it's not weird. It's spirit, but I could sometimes, well, not sometimes, I often feel where they want me to split the deck, and then I'm like trying to pry it apart. Yeah, Spirit is saying this is about releasing the heart space, but not even only about releasing the heart space. It's about coming into alignment with who you are. So in a nutshell, you're being asked, all of you, to love who you are. And this isn't as easy. I mean, it's not like, oh, hey, oh my God, I love my curly hair. Wow, I love my nails. Wow. No, this is about, oh my God, I have seen the devil, 4 minutes, 44 seconds in me. And I love me. Now, when you see the devil in you, your shortcomings, your low self-worth, your They keep wanting to say the words tendrils, so we're gonna throw that out there. It's been in my mind for a while. But once you see your moments of not being in your integrity, right? When you see all of that, when you come face to face with it, you gotta transmute that. You have to work through that. And I feel like that's where we are with a lot of people here, where they're still reeling from coming face to face with an aspect of themselves that they're not proud of, and they have to work through that. But once you work through that, what happens is you get to this place of self-love, and that self-love changes. It's no longer that fake stuff where it's like, wow, I'm perfect, or wow, I would never do this, I would never kill a man. Okay, well, let's create a scenario where you will now just kill somebody. Not saying like that, but that's the thing. We hear this all the time. Everybody has a price, right? And of course that's unfair, because that says everybody can be paid a certain amount of money to do something they say that they would never do. But we have to understand that a lot of us actually slip into those modes where we do things we say that we would never do, where we quote unquote step out of our integrity, where we quote unquote get into a hypocritical state. And it has nothing to do with money. In fact, it's because of pain. It's your pain. So when you can understand what your pain is, you can better understand and have compassion for why you engaged in that in the first place. Wow, I really messed up here. Wow, I really did this. Oh my God, I repeated this pattern that was done to me before, and I can't believe I did that. I would never have thought it. Oh my God, I used to judge my family for this, but I just did it. Oh my God. And that could send you into this, shame spiral, the guilt, the low self-worth, the self-hatred. But Spirit is saying that you have to, again, see the devil within, see the shadow within, because everybody has it, right? And work through it. Love yourself through the process. And part of that loving yourself, coming to you moment is by acknowledging, hey, there's pain here. And whatever it is that I slipped into was not necessarily to say, hey, forget all you guys. It's all about me. I don't care about you. It's like you were very focused on you, of course. But it's not to hurt other people. For a lot of you, well, I don't know, a lot of you, right? For a lot of you, it was about really fulfilling a need that you had. And so now is the time to look at what it is that was driving that. All right, so that's about having compassion for the self. But in order to do that, you have to first acknowledge that something was done that was out of your integrity. Even if you just say, well, I never want to do that again. I don't want to be that kind of person moving forward. You have to acknowledge it. And the next thing that you do is you start to look at how you feel around being that, the guilt, the shame, and all of that. Feel those emotions, let them come up. Do your YouTube meditations if you need for clearing, all of that. And then continue to ask yourself on a mental level, what led to that? Why did I do that? What need in me did I have? What emotional need did I have that doing that, fulfilled? Why did I go behind my coworker's back and apply for the job, even though she's my bestie at my job and I knew that she wanted a job? Why did I go and apply for it and then get it? But why did I do that, for example, right? So it's not that you don't like your bestie coworker, it's because there was a need inside that you needed to fulfill. And so now you're not proud of it, for example, because whatever. Why did I steal money from the church register after the bake sale? Like I was the one who spearheaded the bake sale. Why did I was there. I ordered the t-shirts. I did this. Why did I still take money? Why? Right? So these are those kinds of moments, all right? So Spirit is saying that if this message is for you, number one, you're going through they're saying an overhaul. So this is a huge process, okay? It's a huge process that you're going through, so you can have compassion for that. So if you feel horrible, please know that, it's not forever. It's just, you're going through it. And then also, part of this process is about self-forgiveness. It's about understanding what you did, and about acknowledging what you've been doing and understanding why you did it. Oops. There's the Justice card, right? The Justice card in this deck is called Balance. Oops. And it's funny that it would fall out of balance with the Alignment card. So this is what this is all about getting you grounded, seeing the details. But they're saying they're no longer showing you the details. A lot of you are no longer being shown, you did this, you did that, that's what you did. It's about you sitting with that and needing to come to terms. This is very, very important. Come to terms. Now let's talk about that a second. Let me put this here. Come to terms, 10 minutes, 10 seconds. This is important because the way they're saying it is that this is why they don't want you to carry so much guilt. And as I'm saying this, I'm seeing the word sanity, and I'm seeing and feeling a lot of your energy from you guys who are watching lift up and off a little bit. And so this is why this needs to come through, because they're saying don't have so much guilt around everything, because when they said come to terms with it, of course we know it means, yeah, acknowledge what happened, accept it, what you did, blah blah blah. But there's something that they're trying to say in these karmic contracts. Some of these things that you thought were choices were not choices. They were divinely orchestrated for you to make sure that you did. You need to do that. You need to steal that money. You need to do this. I know it sounds controversial. This is not for everybody. But they're saying for some of you if you're on this call, for all of you, in your contract, 11 minutes, 11 seconds, there are certain things that you had to do by destiny. So in short, you're destined to play a bad role in some of these places. 11 minutes, 22 seconds. And the reason why is because you needed to feel what it feels like to be the bad guy. If your higher self wanted you to learn what it feels like to have self-love after you've done something horrible, right? Whether it's kill a man, steal from the orphanage, whatever it is. After you've done that, you need to push yourself. You need to pull yourself back into a place of self-love through forgiveness and compassion and all of that. Because doing so actually allows you to do unto others in the same way, to have compassion. So you could see Spirit would be all over this message here, this mission, this idea, this curriculum. But they're saying come to terms means understanding that you signed a contract a long time ago. And in that contract, some of these transgressions, some of these sins, whatever, were destined for you to do, okay? So that you can have that experience and pull yourself up from it. Now, there are other things that maybe you didn't know were a choice and you thought was not a choice, and you, whatever. So they're saying you cannot really have guilt, and that's why they say guilt is a useless emotion, and so is shame. Shame is useless because there's nothing wrong with you, right? We just have the belief that there is. And guilt is useless because, look, you don't see the contract. I mean, I see more of the contract than some of you do, and then I don't even see your full contract. I'm on a need to see basis. They only show me what I need to see when I need to see it, which is when I'm connecting with you. So if I'm sitting here telling you, hey, that part of that you thought was a choice, but it wasn't, it was destiny, so forgive yourself, that's like a gift of grace from Spirit to you guys, right? So they're saying right now it's all about bringing in balance. So they're no longer showing a lot of you guys, hey, what you did, blah blah blah. So if you keep feeling these energies hitting your heart, breaking your heart, all this and that, that's all because you're sitting within the energies, okay? Look at this. Peaceful Warrior came out right here on top of the Spiritual Decree card, and the Protection card. Is that a card underneath that? 3 cards. What? Oh my God, it did not. Okay, see, this is how Spirit works, right? Peace. This is about choosing peace. You've got to choose peace. Look, here's the Spiritual Protection card, and look at these cards underneath. I didn't even know. This is a combination. Look at how this card has the yellow and then the see-through-y purpley things. Here we have the yellow and then the see-through-y purpley things. 14 minutes, 14 seconds. This is a combination that leads to this. This is receiving, but it's not even receiving really. This is about generating your own peace. So a lot of you may be looking for Spirit right now to forgive you. You're looking for other people to forgive you. A lot of you are looking for forgiveness right now. Spirit is saying you are actively involved in an exercise where you are being trained to forgive yourself, because on the other side, no one is actually judging you except you. Your higher self is judging you, right? And this is the same concept here. What if you were in the Scarlet Letter and you had been, you know, the book. Anyone read the book? Anybody? Okay. And you had to wear the Scarlet Letter. You know, Hester Prynne had to forgive herself. She had to cultivate a sense of being. Hold on. Sometimes you gotta make your own stuff up. 15 minutes, 15 seconds. Be your own judge, jury, and executioner. But Spirit is saying that's old school. Now be the person, be your own compassionate, comforting, helping, steadfast friend. Be that person that you need right now to give you love, to witness your pain, to share with you, to kindly point out where it is that you went wrong, what it is that you sacrificed, what your blind spots were. This is about you going inward. Spirit is saying that there's more than one way to learn, right? And so you see, this is you choosing peace. And choosing peace could simply look like, you know what? See, looking at the scales, choosing peace could simply look like, I know I have to understand and come to terms with what it is that I'm going through right now. And I already feel like crap. I'm already crapping on myself. It may have been public. It may not have been public. 16 minutes, 16 seconds. It doesn't matter. I'm here to say, I'm going to get this work done, but I don't need to be lambasted while I do it. And hell if I'm going to do it to myself. So this is about you taking control and being the one to dictate what your quote unquote fallout looks like. I feel like they needed me to say fallout for some of you. What your fallout looks like, what your comeuppance looks like, what your atonement looks like, whatever word you want to use for the aftermath of something karmic and whatever you're dealing with now. From some of you, I'm getting from this is you're dealing with things now that were actually done decades ago. 23 years ago, I'm hearing. 14 years ago, I'm hearing. For some of you, more recent, right? But you have to understand, this is a training exercise, is what they're saying. It's a training exercise. And in this training exercise, the goal is for you to love yourself and to do so in a compassionate way. It's not to be judge, jury, and executioner. It's in a compassionate way to allow yourself to forgive yourself, to learn your lesson, and to transform, right? That's this. Look at that. Move your body. Let's see. Let's look at some surrender cards. God is good. Oh, gosh. You know what? I just saw this card. My eye fell on the deck here, and it just fell to this right here. And I just felt this amazing heartwarming energy come into my abdomen, right? This is an invitation to connect. This is showing me that for some of you, look at the balance here. For some of you, you may be dealing, they're saying there's a heavenly consort. So there is a heavenly consort, 18 minutes, 18 seconds, and suddenly I feel like I want to cry because this energy is just coming up, and it's like, it's grace, right? Let me try to explain it. Let's say that you had a falling out with somebody or something, whoever it is that's on the other end of this karmic situation. Could be from 23 years ago, 14 years ago, recently, whatever. Could be a parent or whatever. They may not be here in the physical to actively be working through this with you, although you're going through a lot of the pain and stuff. Spirit is saying there is a heavenly consort on the other side. Oh my God, I'm not gonna cry. And it feels almost, I love how they're saying the word consort like that, but that's the words they're saying. Those are the words they're saying. It feels almost like you have quite a few people on the other side wanting to jump in to say, I'll hold the space for you. I'll help you with this. I'll do this, right? And so a lot of you may actually, sorry, I'm channeling emotions too. And it's triggering, right? A lot of you may actually have, be having dreams, right? You're having dreams of people. These people are holding space for you. And they're coming in and they're having these conversations with you. So a lot of you may be waking up and remembering this, and some of you may not be. But please know that even if that one person or whoever it was, they stole your car, they broke your heart, they left you, they passed you over, whatever it is, there are like other people who are just popping up to say, I'm gonna take care of you. Imagine you have this this is for a lot of you, this is not a father or mother thing, but doesn't it always boil down somehow too? But let's say that it's father and son day at school. It's like 20 minutes and 2 seconds, 2002, just as I said that. Well, let's say it's father and son day at the local elementary, and everyone's dad is coming, and your dad didn't come because, you know, whatever. So now you're that kid, and you're just sad, and you know, all the other adults see it. They're like, dude, what kind of dad? You know, come on, it's Dad's Day. And then, you know what? It comes time for the dads to pair up with the kids, and you've got like five other dads with their one kid coming up and saying, hey, we want you on our team, and, you know, let's work something out. And then you can, you know, and everybody has a happy moment, because it's like, you know what? It's not even about that other person. It's about you getting the support that you need while you work through this lesson. And they're saying that for a lot of you, you're not supposed to be working through this lesson with that karmic person anymore. Surrender your control to desire people, okay? Right? For some of you, they've asked you to move forward from that. They want you to, and showing me a little cute butterfly crown, they want you to have the crown on, because once you have that crown on, then you're not going to be dealing with that person anymore. So they're sending other people in. Surrender your ego. And then surrender your belief in scarcity. This is your 21 minutes, 21 seconds. This is your belief. I'll never have what I want. I'll never have a love. I'll never have whatever. I see that once you get these three, they're saying the big three together, I'm seeing this angel pulling back her hand to grab that ball, to like throw it right at you. This love ball, whatever it is. Surrender stress. Look at that. It's almost like then the ball hits you. Surrender to trust. You're saying once that ball hits you, dunk, then you get into this peaceful mode. So a lot of you are trying to hold on to having it be a specific person or having it be a specific way. Surrender worry. For some of you, I do see this is because there are kids involved. For some of you, I also see monetary stuff. So financially, you may be needing a big break. But Spirit is saying right now is not the time for you to fully be, you know, they always say, trust your intuition, trust your intuition. Yeah. But sometimes you're too deep in whatever pain you're in, 22 minutes, 22 seconds, that you're not really able to see clearly. And so that's why you have to rely sometimes on trusted people outside of you, quote unquote, trusted. Okay. And sometimes you don't have anybody, but so you have to trust Spirit, but in all times, trust Spirit. Let's go ahead and we have about a minute left, minute and a half. Let's go ahead and pull here. So Spirit is saying, just like you can't see when your eyes are so wet, you can't see when you've got so much grief, when you've got so much worry, when you don't trust. So when we don't trust, we try to control. And it's completely understandable because it's called pain, right? But Spirit is saying, we're going to help you through this. Let's take that card. Thank you. We're going to help you through this. Okay, just discard, they're saying. Be playful. All right. That's me. Look, I'm watching the readings just like you guys. And that was me in disbelief. All right, well, okay, well, let's go play. But that's what they're saying. They're saying be playful. They're saying for you guys, hinder no one else. Interesting, they said that. Some of you may be hindering other people, right? Hinder no one else, but go out and have fun. Just have fun, and they're taking care of some stuff, okay? They're readying the room is what they're saying. I feel that there's going to be one last huge, big operation, so to speak. And I say operation, I mean etheric surgery kind of thing, all right? So I'm going to go now. If you'd like a personal reading or a healing session with me, please do feel free to reach out. You can find all my information on my Etsy page or wherever you are. Thanks. Mwah.